Normally, I don't like to share some thoughts, but lately, with the stress amongst myself, I tend to keep them enclosed because some people just don't need to know as to what's going on with my life. But in all honesty, I have been having people stalk me, and getting unknown text messages, but having to find out as to who they are. I will not speak of their name, but because of that happening 3 weeks ago, which was on my birthday of the 20 of June the 26th, the day that I just turned 21, shit's been brought down. Let's just put it in simple words. I have actually been crying because let's just say that it's just an unwelcome guest consistently trying to ruin my life, or as I like to say, year, because every year is different, and people tend to say that, oh, each year it will get good. No, it fluctuates the way how your moods and how you are, depending on everything. I apologize for speaking low, but I just don't feel like speaking loud. I am actually, in all honesty, a loud person, and I have to keep quiet or have a distinctive tone so that way I don't wake up people. But I have been crying because he won't leave me alone. And it's pretty bad to the point where most of my summer, I've never found out as to why. He had, let's just say, dumped me, but I eventually found out that he had used me due to disgusting reasons, with trying to get with someone very close to me who I knew for 6 years, and it was a very close friend of mine. But I had to, of course, just, I don't know, I'm just not so happy with the very fact that um, this had happened to me, specifically me, because a couple of years ago, same thing happened, but it wasn't such a big deal because I didn't date the person for a very long time due to this one, because I did date this person for a while, and then having to find out he was fooling around with my very best friend, technically a close friend in all honesty and seriousness, and it just pisses me off that people are like this these days. So here's my advice for relationships. If any of you are currently in or just new to them, be loyal, tell the truth, never lie. Lying is just not going to get you anywhere, because it's just going to hurt the other person, or it's just going to hurt yourself mentally, physically, or maybe emotionally, depending on how you're raised and all that stuff. Um, how can I also put this out? Don't open your legs to some random person that you just met. It's just disgusting. You're new. You want to take your time. I have given out advice to so many people and they never listen to me because they just don't give a damn. Hold on, I gotta fix something. Um, and it's pretty sad that they don't listen to me. And I've been in, I hate to say this, but technically, in reality, I have been in 7 real relationships. But I was a little curious at one time and I did date girls, but I realized that they are not my forte. But that was when I was curious, but not anymore, because I realized that I like dick. Wow, that is so not able to be said with a straight face, but I somehow coincidentally did. But don't do that. Just take your time. If you honestly feel like that person has a connection with you, or you have a connection with them, that's grand. But in my point of view, when I went through it, um, I've only fallen in love with one person, and he tore my heart, which is my previous. Um, I will not give out any names, descriptions as to who he is, but all I can say is that he is an emotionless wall, and it sickens me. It truly, utterly does. And every single time when I think of him, I just want to punch a goddamn freaking wall. Pardon my language, but my vulgarity can be rather extensive. And I try not to curse as much because in the future, for having to begin a business, I cannot curse and I have to have proper manners. So I have to start learning. But be loyal to that person. Don't discourage them. Acknowledge them. Make them feel happy. Because there's not many people in this world that will support you, and eventually you will realize who your true friends are. And oh boy, I have realized how so many people in my life who had walked right on out because they just didn't care. I see. Every single time I hear it, family, I'm obnoxious. Yes, I can be obnoxious. I will not deny that. But having to say that I'm a pathological liar, that's not okay. Okay, I speak the truth literally all the time, and it pisses people off. Okay, and I call out people literally. I see right through them, and they don't want to hear it. So they switch everything up and just throw it at my face. Well, guess what? To any of those who are watching this, you're the liar. You're the one that ran out of my life. And I just can't take liars. I just seriously cannot. Because when I was young, I lied a lot. I'm not gonna lie. But I've learned from my mistakes. And when I learn from my mistakes, I make better choices. And I have made so many good choices to the fact that I don't need certain people in my life. When you don't need certain people in life, you realize that you can be so much better without them. But all I can say is relationships will bite you in the ass if you don't know the person well enough. You need to, like, honestly find information about the person, talk to their friends as to who they are. Um, it's not right to exploit your sexual desires or any of that sort because it can get out there and people will stare at you differently. But that is my advice for you because I haven't been able to sleep because of the immense sense of stress, and it's not doing me justice because like I said earlier in the video, I have been crying a lot, and sometimes I think crying can be very how can I express this? I feel weak. But in the end, somehow, someone strengthens me. Someone tells me that, oh my God, it's so worth being stronger than weak. And that's what I've been doing. But I just had to point that out. So I hope you take this video as serious as possible. So I hope you have a good night. So, toodles.